still inside a strip, and Dplus need to put all of their eggs in this basket right now and looking to shut down that Skopos as quickly as possible. With so much information, all this yellow ping intel from the drone, they've got to look to play this off as quick as they can before the Skopos transfers out.
Yeah,
and he's just spotted the drone.
They knew exactly where he was and didn't get value off the info.
Here's the push coming through now on the Bandit from Yunsang, who's, well, far and away lower than Kobilax, who finds the kill onto JLT. This clear has been so unsuccessful. Kobe, easy double, easy transfer, and that could be an easy round for DarkZero. So well played from Kobilax.
First round here, DarkZero with an extension over towards break, and that's exactly what you want for this setup. And East already looking feisty.
Yep. Great counterplay by Robbie right there. Kobe will trade it out by Dove. A very difficult position. Oh! Already coming to play in the first round. The rookie with 2. DarkZero's only couple kills so far. Diffuser now dropped outside of the break room. Falcons very aware of DarkZero's strategy here.
And this is what you're going to need out of DarkZero. They have to meet fire with fire, Carter. Border does not let you back up and play safe. They have to go for these fights, and they have to answer the call whenever Falcons starts to pressure.
Beaulo starting facing a lot of that pressure. Lifeline's putting him to 15 HP, able to stim himself back up. I commended Falcons' prep as they went through that attack. That is a position on Border that Pambazu's been playing since stage 1 of last year. Usually the Legion peeking in and out of the office rotate towards east, towards office. Robbie clearly aware of it, able to get that first kill, also recognizing Bolo's position inside of the CCTV as well. Only downside, Kobe's performed. He's got a 4v3 for DarkZero now, and as JLad is trying to probe for something more, Robbie is trying to wait for Beaulo to peek here. Instead, JLad to get that next kill onto Kobilax. A even stalemate, but Beaulo still fighting back in CC. Almost lands the headshot on the second, but stim pistol all for naught. 2v2 with a minute to go.
And this is what you're going to see consistently out of Border and what we're getting in between these two teams. DarkZero tries to match Falcons once again here. It doesn't exactly work out, but they had that man count, Carter. That's the big thing here. It boils down to a 2 versus 2. We still have some solid options when it comes to the defensive standpoints here for DarkZero. You've got that Warden. You've got that Mute with that Nitro Cell. A lot of options still to go.
And JR, look at that angle on 90, ready for the rotation. Such a patient player, such a powerful player for DarkZero. The most consistent over the past year, but not in this fight, unfortunately. Can't translate that success against Robbie to JLad. A 1v1 in the first round. But Twitch still does not have Diffuser. Warden retreating back. Nath playing so passively on the bottom of metal stairs. Waiting to see that Twitch to move into the site. What intel do DarkZero have as the first Diffuser goes down? JLad only has a couple opportunities to fall off, but he's sticking it, staying with the Diffuser. Nath does not have that angle, holds the fall off. JLad pushes for the kill, but Nath continues with that patience. Gives DarkZero their first.
Very similar to what we saw last time, at least for the setup around the CCTV area, but this could get a little risky, especially with guards being on that blitz once again.
That's what I was about to say. Switched away from it in round 1, now bringing it back in round 2. Beaulo will calm that a blitz is actually in play. They fought that final to a draw against Sonics, one of the most prevalent shield teams in the world, so we'll see if they can still handle it here. Kobilax with a 1-for-1 trade as Dove moves in. The blitz also looking forth, but all it does is allow Dove to pressure that player inside of CCTV, and that's when guards gets active. Nothing Pambazu can do there, nothing Nath can do either, except once the blitz actually hits the vault, he exposes himself a little bit to the T5. Nath able to retreat very safely and likely regroup with NJR.
A decent response here from DarkZero, but Falcons, once again, an entire team assaults the top floor. They get 3 bodies for it. Now life not all that easy for DarkZero. Some mines with them. They have to try and dig themselves out of this hole. 2 versus 3 now, and a nice little discovery method here from Falcons, getting that drone in towards server. Be able to find a lone NJR, at least for the time being.
Activated will reveal that position. DarkZero have given up the site. They're playing retake. NJR playing this long angle with the MPX. The Falcons move into tellers, instead looking to plant on the rotate or inside a bathroom, but still planting so close. C4 lineup, it's just a bit too far. NJR indecisive what to do, but does spot one on the rotate. Nice shot on a Dove. Still 2v2. You need to hit that counter diffuse. You need to move into the site, and there's so little info. Excellent reposition by JLad, and now Nath with all the do. He at least has that information, but with somebody on the hatch as well, something's got to go wrong for it to go right for DarkZero. Able to find the first. You can know that somebody's up on that hatch. Good idea, but it's just too far. You can't defuse through that rotation. He might try on the opposite side, but reloading this Bailiff, it's so low time, it's so short, and still the Finka can spray through. Tag the Oryx just a little bit lower. Nath has tried his best, but Falcons tried just a little bit harder as Robbie drops. It's a tie game by round 2.
That's DarkZero on this offense. Some aggressive angles being taken, some antics already being applied from DZ.
Unfortunately, Robbie missing a couple shots there onto Pambazoo. Really wishing you got that one now as Kobilax able to cut down guards to start. That'd be a 4v4 if Robbie hits that engagement, but instead they've got to try and deal with NJR just wasting time, firing a couple shots here and there. We're in the passport position, but all of DarkZero have rotated players to cover any of the positions from which NJR could get pinched. Passport covered by Nath, Kobilax watching 90, watching Office. They've got everything set up, and Beaulo spots the sledge on the CCTV side. Just little damage exchanged either way. DarkZero in such a strong position right now, and Falcons going to have to spend a lot of time to regroup, and I say that J-Lad might push in, but at the same time, all of DarkZero pulls out.
Tough times right now for Falcons. They haven't been capable of trading out any of these deaths that they suffered so far, and J-Lad on death's door as well. Though 53 HP to his name still, but DarkZero, the main story of round 3, as they're able to get 2 nice pickups. Kobe with 1, another one coming through from Nath in that TCSG. Ashom trying to equalize here, has that nice little angle over into jungle. Nothing really doing here, as DarkZero does not want to give up a single body. This is perfect for what you have already built upon inside of the first minute.
This is where that patience taught under the Canadian system that sometimes could bite them will work out. Pambazoo maybe the antsiest of them all, unfortunately. Walks into Hashom's DMR, and Nath sends up the C4, almost loses his life as a result, but Dove missing some key shots. This jail player is a bit cut off from the rest of his team, but I think Nath is aware of that. Kind of a game of chicken. If you want to push me, that's great, but you'll have to walk into Beaulo. You'll have to spend a lot of your remaining 30 seconds to deal with it. The sledge has been put to 1 HP in the process. J-Lad has been on basically 1 or 2 bullets away from death the entirety of this round, it's felt like. Kobilax, here's one breaking the barricade. What a game he's having so far, 5 and 2. Dove gets 1 impactless frag, and that's all he is going to get. Might have 10 seconds remaining, but that's just false hope. DarkZero will sit on this site. They've got Diffuser, they've got the manpower, and they've got the lead back in round 3. Brought by DarkZero.
Yeah, I think DarkZero when that timeout went through, that was their first thought was, okay, they're going to bring the blitz back in, let's bring some trap out.
Exactly, and so you see the Legion, you see the
nice shots. Nave!
Just a double hopping out of the ventilation window.
That deserves a clap.
And if you wanted to, I don't know, maybe get an OSA execute, plant in archives. I don't know if I'm just looking at this lineup. Thought that might be something Falcons would like to do. Well, not having the Capitao, not having the Grim is going to be a massive problem for you. Dokkaebi Call will go out. Robbie now hoping to win this by just hitting a lurk of metal stairs, but DarkZero anticipated that, put not just 1 but 2 sets of barbed wire. Kobe will peek, so Robbie finds that moment.
Oh, he gets it.
Does just barely get it down. Oh my god, what a silent plan. You gotta love that call made by Falcons. Speed up the pace, and DarkZero completely uncontested. Now as the smoke canisters go out, they can't even really rotate in front. Guards will go down though. Dove pushing up. Gotta land the pre-fire on the next. NJR falters. Almost hits the triple with that spray transfer. But still, now Beaulo moves further in. Robbie on the cross. Gotta hop in, land the fight on that dock. What a comeback for Falcons. Makes his life a living hell. We'll see if Beaulo is able to provide enough coverage or if Kobilax blinks in this engagement. No, instead they just sprint in through East. Guards picks up 1, though NGR quick on that trade. It's still Falcons coming away with the advantage, only briefly. Never mind, it is permanent. Nath is brought to a permanent end outside of the metal stairs. And now NJR at an uncomfortable, though familiar position. 1v2 will spot 1, but the SMG-11 not great for those kinds of engagements. We still got one droning. Falcons resetting. Not looking to get too antsy and not looking to let this go. 3-2. Falcons' first lead of the map. Really impressive. And now 3-2. It's a bit of a top-heavy performance from both teams. NGR, Kobilax, and Nath. Oh my god, guards getting that one for free. Kobilax now 6 and 5 after that opening pick. You might be surprised to learn that's only their 3rd. They're tied on opening duels going into the side swap, and yet Falcons have just been able, disadvantage or advantage, since round number 4, have looked the better team. How will DarkZero recover in round 6? How will they recover this 4v5?
Nath with a decent amount of damage dealt to him as well. DarkZero This is going to make things quite difficult as Bo is now all the way across, although it's just a nice little jaunt from one door to the other for Box. DarkZero definitely going to be lacking when it comes to that break room space, and might be something that Falcons looks to try and exploit later on. We know that these guys really like to approach this from multiple angles all at once. That nice little 3-2-1 call more than likely going on for them. As of right now, it's going to be down to just the task list, just trying to get some things torched open, try and deal with a couple of these walls to get easier access to the actual site. But hey, a little bit more going on as well, as Hashom will lurk his way in through, get in towards Tools, be able to pick up another one here. That's going to be a 5 versus 3 in favor of the offense.
He's basically been there the entire round. He was sitting in vent since about 2:15 and finally just walks in. Nath may be unaware of that position, unaware of that lurk. So stealthy have Falcons been. Then again, just often moving under the cover of night or chaos equally. Now in the 5v3, 5v2, Guards finding his second of the round. He's just broke open in barricades twice and found 2 DarkZero players blissfully ignorant and coming to regret it. Beaulo was held out for so long on this top floor, and I mean, it's a 2v5. There's not a lot you can do, but he will come to regret it. NJR again in a 1vx. He'll get his one. He'll get his frag, but a 4-2 for Falcons, inevitable by about the midpoint of that round.
And get away scot-free. Well, that's more than likely the round for you. And yeah, usually a traditional trope when it comes to Siege, but it's exemplified by how Border works. Pambazoo going to be able to take down Guards in the bottom of Square, but there's a lot going on this top floor as they fly through.
On the top floor, then quickly down to the middle, and very even quickly out of the round. J-Lad with one pump will take down the Blitz. Off the back of those Candelas, 3 of them that Beaulo threw right there. They were trying to create immense pressure onto the site, and now that moment is gone. But to be fair, they've still got control of Courtyard. Look at how close they are to the site. The only remaining position they really have to clear is Customs, and they have time to focus on Hashom right here, but a wall bang. Pambazoo's been there a long time. It's a pretty easy spray to predict, but a really unlucky kill to land for DarkZero. Some of those bailiff shots even land onto Beaulo. And JR playing patiently, holding that cutoff, will make this a 3v3. Beaulo, another massive pick with that Customs player, but J-Lad gets aggressive at just the right time. Playing so close, still all 3 of his toxic canisters with only a minute to go.
That's the difference between Falcons and DarkZero. DarkZero, they like to bring you into deep water and make life complicated. For Falcons, it's been really just an all-out assault at the drop of a hat. But for DZ, you can clearly see down to 45 seconds here as they're looking to try and claim this 2 versus 2. They're doing a good job of slowly rolling across the map, but you still have to worry about a little bit of this verticality. The hatch is open, so there is some response still here in Falcons.
Candela rolling through. Robbie will dodge it. Final or second to last E1D goes out as well, but DarkZero need to start making these moves. Falcons have time wasting goo mines and smoke canisters beyond the point where J-Lad could waste the entire rest of the round. DarkZero have been setting up this pinch for ages, and finally Robbie goes out. Downs in, finishes off NJR, and vaults back into the window.
Hard breach, it's going to be a little bit of a more narrow entry as you'll be down to the doors as well as the windows.
Air jab shot out to dissuade that Doc from peeking aggressively out onto the armory balcony. Ash charge goes out too. They are looking to take down Dove in this position. Flashbangs, no way. A hip fire headshot onto Kobilax through the blind. Stims himself back up, but Pambazoo stabs him in the neck. Nath will cut down Robbie, trying to support his fallen teammate. DarkZero have immediately moved into the site, and Hashom moves to their back line. One around the corner. Nath might have been ready for it, but he certainly wasn't ready for the power Hashom will bring to that swing. He'll fall back down to the bottom floor. J-Lad again looking to take this fight. Knows he's in CCTV. Spots him for just a second on the counter swing. Victorious. Another one. Pambazoo swooping in for the kill. He's good on that one. 3K now to get DarkZero this 2v1. But what can Hashom do? I believe that was Nath with the diffuser. Drop down into that position maybe. I can't quite tell.
Be a crazy one for Hashom here.
I was going to say, certainly the other 2 don't have it. That's the big problem. Yep, all the way on the opposite side of the map. Look at how little drones they have remaining, too. 1 drone remaining, 1 Yana clone.
Yeah. Yana becomes so important.
Absolutely. Hashom creeping further up, drone on the metal stairs. Is it watching him? Is it looking the other way? The Lion waiting, pushing forward. Z-Ping to give the information. The flashbang goes out, but he wins the fight anyway. Pambazoo coming in for the trade.
The answer is a resounding yes, at least for what we've seen thus far. And if he can continue to do so, he more than likely is going to be the winning factor here for Falcons. What a kill out of Hashom.
Hashom was ratting there last round as well, just waiting to see if nobody would drone him. And the very player who brought that round over the line for DarkZero, going into round 8, had 2 kills. Pambazu now cut down, but Nafe at the door of the site. Kobe lacks his support. The R4C behind him will stop the retake from Metal Stairs. You've created such a powerful position in blue, a beachhead to provide further pressure onto the site. And NGR watching the vent rotate as well. The main question, what is Beaulo going to do to add to this push? Flashbang's going into office, will take the fight, tag up Robbie just a little bit, but he's had a lot more success. That Solus, a lot more kills than Beaulo does right now. You gotta be careful if you're gonna take that fight. Bo falls off. Robbie still controls the top floor, but there we go. Kobe another. Guards cut down, but look at these trades. How clean have Falcons been these whole rounds?
Something else. Truly indeed. Somehow equal footing, but you have to at least give Nafe his flowers. He still has that blitz. This Nitro cell is just holding the window for now. They'll finally flood in. They know that it's a ward, and so this flash isn't going to do too much for him.
No, it won't, but Hashom is still fighting back. Finds the blitz again. 2 rounds. This operator has just had little importance. Cut off so early. DarkZero's chances slipping by the second. NGR will try to push in. He can't even get 1.
We always knew that Falcons were more than capable. It's just really, can they hit their stride? And so far, they've looked so darn good. J-Lad will finally go down. A little caster's curse out of Carter there, but a little bit of an aggressive angle as well out of Passport.
Yes, indeed. Guard's also on very low HP, so despite the success Falcons have had, we'll need to overperform a little bit in this round. Nafe to turn the attention to the other side. Both times he's played this blitz, and both down he's gone and had some impact, but still gone down, sometimes without being traded, maybe not acquiring as much control as he would like. You want to get that blitz into the site. You want to get him to really make Falcons work for every bit of control they can even grasp from that execute. Moving in through jail. Now into customs. Oh, but Hashom, not even aware, lets the blitz pass and takes Beaulo as he's coming in behind him. Pambazu good for that trade, though, and now they have moved into the site. Guards running away, but look at that flip. 180 degrees. Again, the blitz dies. That's diffuser dropped inside of the site. Dove might be able to provide overwatch from that hatch from up above, but him and Robbie can play this on the vert.
Exactly that, Carter. Exactly that, my friend. This is what you want out of Border. A lot of maps play into that verticality handedly, but this is one of those bomb sites where it's a necessary thing. Oh!
NJR through the wall. That's the kind of plays you need right now, but Dove still has diffuser. DarkZero putting all of their remaining manpower, their remaining Dokkaebi calls and utility into this play. 6 flashbangs to try to make this easier, yet Dove doesn't see the threat, doesn't see Kobilax behind him.
How harsh of an execution they can pull off, and this is where things are going to get absurdly risky for DarkZero. That Warden is still in tow, and Pambazu is actually going to end up going down. That's one of those execute pieces, and we're also going to end up losing Bo here. J-Lad ends up catching 1.
Now Kobilax will land that nade, but Falcons fighting back again, 4v3. NJR on such low HP as well. Beaulo now down. 2 and 10 might be that final score line, but Dove playing a little too unaware. Kobilax has had such a good performance. We wanted to see the rookie pop off. We wanted to see him do well, and it doesn't even matter. In game 1, Falcons take flight.
Operator bans, but just to note, Canadian maybe nullified a little bit in this matchup with the Capital banned out. All the others rather stock standard across the board. It's his 3rd most played operator. Oh, it's a double Nitro in the meantime, though. Both Sheridan and Harkle fall. But a decent trade from Arpe, who was red hot in Elevate's previous matchup.
Didn't know Canadian's back.
Why did I...
Hold on, guys.
I'm still stuck in the past. Hey, it's been a long day. I can be forgiven for one mistake. That is a fatal error. Canadian is on the other stream, by the way, if you want to go watch him.
2-1 lead here for DZ, down to MC. He can't make it happen. Beaulo shuts him down. DarkZero will get the opening round.
Well, Canadian may not be back, but Beaulo is.
Beaulo's back. Beaulo's back, baby. Ford Bakery. And Hykel, though, straight in towards Bar. Beaulo does get the kill on to Ape. Kobe's going to drop down, though, and all the kills now flowing for DarkZero. It's another fast push in early into the round for Elevate. Still just under 2 minutes remaining on the clock, and they thought they could just walk on in. And Hykel at the moment on the floor. So is Kobilax, though. So it's a 1v2. Figuratively speaking, somewhat winnable.
Yeah, if you can isolate them with a bit of info.
Can he get the revive on NHKL though? I mean, NJR watching over the walls from Small Bake on the long angle.
Nah. Surely not.
Of course, that was the bleed out onto Kobilax. And this is going to be a pickup, and they allow this pickup. So back to a 2 versus 2. NJR on the move though, and he makes his position known. Shed will get the free kill. And down to Nafe now in a 2 versus 1. And he's just been spotted and is on drone.
No way.
And being watched, all 3 dead members for Elevate watching said drone. And Elevate could steal this round from seemingly nowhere. And certainly will. The man that was on the floor brought back up, finds the kill. It's 1-1.
2 minutes then on the clock. And Heikel does find the opener from the roof. Beaulo falls. Who again is trying to find a bit of form today after a bit of a slow start in the morning, but finds himself susceptible to that skylight angle from Cocktail. Pamba as well, taken down to 33 HP. As Shed's been able to scrap some ground over towards White Stairs. Contested though, the double swing to come through, but they both fall. Kobilax and Nafe into the grave. Pamba the third to follow up, and he too will also fall. It's crumbled here for DarkZero in the 3rd round, and it may well be flawless for Elevate.
Yeah, I mean, it's been flawless up until this point, and honestly, they'd be hard-pressed to be disappointed if they can't finish it off in that fashion, and certainly will do. Oh, Shed with the question marks as well. We had some spiciness in our last match. The APAC team's giving it. And NIKL's just going to wander in. They know washrooms is clear. Oh, and almost a chance, and arguably should have got that kill. Continues forward, deep into Freezer. He's just walking into the side! How is he able to just walk in and get 2 kills? What are you guys watching? Drop down's too late, 5-1, it's a flawless! What was that defense? Speakeasy 1 and 2, by the way. NJR does get the opening kill of the round for Outpay, and DarkZero need that. Coming out of the tack timeout, they've certainly been on the back foot in the last few rounds. Elevate have had their number, and these have been flawless. NS from Outpay. Thank you. A little bit more common courtesy in the chat.
It's a gentleman's game.
Yeah, it is a gentleman. You've always got to respect the opposition if they get a nice shot on you. Or you could just type lucky.
How to Elevate then contend from behind? Yeah,
I mean, fortunately, no mirror in this round to deal with, so you're not missing too much in terms of the Ash charges and its requirement. But you're playing on the Blitz, you want to go fast. The Ash is certainly nice with that. Get in towards Shop. And immediately their pacing has changed quite dramatically in this 5th round. You're down a player. Slow approach from Shed all the way through White Hallway. Do they know that there is one in towards Cocktail? Beaulo is just dead. Now Nafe does get the trade onto Shed, deals with the Blitz, keeps the advantage for DarkZero. 4-3, the drop successful. A big stack over towards Reading and Fireplace now for DZ. Does give up top floor control towards Elevate. Yellow ping intel couldn't be played off successfully by NHKL, and that was a huge opportunity to even it up 3-3. He whiffs, misses, but no one's watching as Speakeasy just walks straight through Reading. They're still not watching! And JR by himself in train. The man just walks on through. Where, like, DarkZero need more eyeballs inside of the server. For the 2nd round running, Elevate can just find themselves casually waltzing in towards key positions of the map. 5 HP for NHKL. NJR with so much pressure in this round. It's still clutchable. It's still winnable, but no, it's all too easy for Speakeasy, and Elevate will go up 4-1. Very good position. So ideally for DZ, with the setup that they've got here, it's trying to deny Elevate the ability to get shop control, get lounge control, top red control. Early Candela is thrown out from Speakeasy. Nave did get the opening kill, but Elevate respond with them too swiftly. They deal with Shop. They've got Shop. MC's walking into bar. He's grabbed the diffuser and he can start to plant it. Someone needs to respond, but NJR peeks and loses his head immediately. They've even got cocktail control. They got everything. DarkZero are capitulating. They are absolutely getting shit on 5-1 to Elevate in the half. What am I watching? Beaulo on the Deimos. But how do Elevate play this half now on defense? Is it about that sit-back mentality? Well, NJR finds an opening kill onto MC. Can that get them going? MC's actually 0-4, by the way. Despite all of the success of his team, Ape did go for a little jump out from Small Bake. DarkZero, though, with the opening kill. Well, you've just got to take this now, that kind of step-by-step mentality, and try and claw your way back into this game. Take the kill, move on. But Beaulo moving to the grave. Kobilax does get the immediate trade, but NJR on the repel, just lackadaisical, and every single time we think maybe DZ are back in these rounds, it's Elevate that find a way to find 2 or 3 kills in such a short span of time. And now they find themselves in the winnable position, up 3-2.
They continue to capitalize on this positional freedom, and to your point, it's such snappy, the response from Elevate time after time. There's no ability for DarkZero to respond.
Full white on the drop. Shed making his up white stairs. Gumine being picked up over towards Laundry. And suddenly now Elevate have actually got top floor recontrolled as well. So they've got the... These guys are just...
They can't go anywhere. They're stuck.
They're just stuck in Laundry. They can't even really get out. Allowed out though they have. The washing's done. But I think it's DarkZero that are done. Nafe will fall to Shed. DarkZero have got no idea what to do anymore and how to play this game. They're about to be 6-1 down. Pampazoo in a 1 versus 3. Surely not going to be capable of clutching this. The diffuser being played off. Vert control held for Elevate. He needs to re-clear up above before he can even think about kit and sight. And he's only got 20 seconds left. This one's done. Shed can't put him to bed. Ape into bar. Speakeasy will play the site. And Ape, though, will get the job done. 6-1. Put a bow on it. This one's done. I'm calling it.
No.
Nah, it's done. Yeah. Lock it in. Lock it in, Eddie. The mid-bracket tomorrow.
That's an aggressive position from Shed unpunished.
Will get punished in the end by Kobilax. Okay. But this is always the point in the round in which Elevate somehow find like 2-3 kills in quick succession. Will it happen once again? At the moment, not looking to contest whatsoever in terms of second floor. They are all just holding their key positions to make sure that the site itself is rather locked down. Logic Bomb rings out from Nate. Has one more available to still play. So a decent amount of utility for DarkZero hitting into the final 50 seconds.
Well, the fundamentals been far better in establishing Vert. The big pressure point for them next will be trying to deal with Speakeasy, the smoke in VIP. And then typically the follow-up then with the Nitro Soul, but that's already been utilized by Apo. So at the moment, DarkZero on paper find themselves in a very strong position.
Yep. 30 seconds, strong position, upper player. This is really textbook for DarkZero to close this one out. Flashes to try and clear out the play inside of VIP. Good kill for MC. Drop down from Nate. Another flash for good measure to try and really control that VIP, which Speakeasy still finds himself in. Logic Bomb will dissipate. No more ringing around the map, and a good kill for NJR. And this should, well, be a second round foul for DarkZero. Indeed it will. NJR and Nafe get going. Can DarkZero now get going and formulate a very strong comeback? Potentially, we'll see. Long way to go. Reality as well, for those maybe just tuning in, like it was utter domination for like 5-6 rounds in a row from Elevate. Like we're not sitting here. Oh, this is
that is. What are you doing? Okay.
Oh, hang on. Whoa. Are they throwing?
Why are you red pinging him, and why have you got pistol in hand?
Oh,
some people may have thought we were critical of DarkZero. We're gonna be harsher on Elevate because they're our home team. That was a disgraceful play.
Well, this is where, for Elevate, you've just got to play conventional here. You don't have to do anything too special, too fancy. And this might be 2 rounds in a row for DarkZero. You're giving them a way back in. Flashes activated, the glasses. Can Shed find a kill? No. And suddenly, the Elevate firepower has just diminished. And it's going to be an incredibly one-sided round from DarkZero. Flawless. And they're just putting some nerves into Elevate. In the terms of this round, and maybe though could pick up the pace. Nave inside of Freezer on the Amaru. Are they about to hit that go button? It could go horribly wrong, or it could be amazing. Maybe a bit of both. Kobilax does get the opening kill onto MC. Nave going to get the plant out. No one looking to deny immediately. The Kendall is working very well. Nave will successfully get the plant. They do lose 2, though. So 3 versus 3. Nitrocell thrown, but far too late from Speakeasy. You now need to deal with this rappel game. One still below in Freezer as well for Nave. So a couple of obstacles to overcome here for Elevate, as DarkZero seemingly are on the verge of a 4th round of 3 in succession. Speakeasy will tap it once, but no response. Enhycal should find the kill, but does not. Nave, so well played inside a Freezer and around, so well constructed from DarkZero. And they will find said 3rd round in a row. 6-4, pressure back onto you, Elevate. Benefit Elevate in terms of the fact that it's still 5v5, time factor dwindling, but Enhycal pressured heavily on that Warden down to 17 HP, but Dustly still alive, so a bit of that pressure from DarkZero doesn't quite go rewarded necessarily to the fullest degree. Nitrocell thrown from Enhycal, but to no impact. And now suddenly the death mark located onto MC. He has struggled in this game. 1-7 and now further pressure added onto him. NJR very good in this revival for DarkZero. Finds another kill. Gives them the advantage. 30 seconds though. And ultimately the biggest thing they need to do is to get this kit onto the floor.
25 then on the clock. Nafe to transport that diffuser up above as they pivot back towards a Freezer drop. A 5v3 advantage for DarkZero.
As he sent over towards Freezer, Speakeasy finds himself in that position. No gas babes remaining. He makes his way out. Big kill from Shep, but Easy will fall. Nave can now try and stick this plant. Is there a Yokai to maybe deny said plant? It's on the move.
No
Surely
way.
that just gets shot out.
Oh.
He misses the drone stick anyway, though. Too far up. Vent in the way. 2v2 in the post plant. Vulcan canister pop from RP to try and clear out the position and the second to follow. But they've made their way towards White Stairs. Double stack together here for DarkZero. Nate and Pampazoo playing together. Shed, Ape, got to get a wriggle on. 25 seconds left. They just cannot find these kills. Ape now through Pillar, trying to clear up above. The air jab is successful as well onto Shed, and they are struggling here in the post plant. It's all on DarkZero from here. 14 seconds left. Deal with this annoying man. Shot through the wall, but Pampazoo through the heart of Shed. It's 6-5. 4 rounds in a row for DarkZero. Bounce back half, I guess. Start wasn't great.
Here we go.
Drop in through Bar. Pampazoo, though, too late to throw the Candela. Shed able to find the headshot kill deep inside a cocktail. 14-8 now for him. And it feels like the first time in a long while that Elevate have had the opening advantage, especially in this half particularly. 90 seconds left, 5v4. Elevate must close this out here. Otherwise, I very much fear for their chances going into overtime. Nafe, late drone, gets dealt with in towards washrooms. Continues to hold the upside down rappel as the Quan Hive launcher canister's doing its job. And they've found a kill onto MC, and Shed is also on the floor. Others now need to stand up to the occasion, and Speakeasy will do just that. It's a 3 versus 1 and all down to Nafe. The comeback has been valiant. It's been so incredible from DarkZero and may just salvage them going into tomorrow. But tomorrow, it very well will be a 0-2 elimination game for DarkZero as Elevate close it out 7-5.
The logic bomb has been utilized by Nafe. Through the bridge he goes. It is the opening kill to Beaulo on cue. There you go. And it is also onto Woogieman, who's been good in the entry battles for Dplus, so a really good sign early on for DarkZero.
Well, a super extensive roam in terms of verticality here from Dplus. No presence on the second floor, but rather extensive on the first floor itself. After losing Woogieman, though, maybe now is the time to consolidate a little bit more towards side as we see these rotations come through. DarkZero will be rather content in the way in which this round has panned out so far. And with that utility from the striker from Beaulo opening those hatches, should be pretty straightforward with the secondary hard breaches, and then the ace was to follow up with a focus on site itself. The drone work as well from DarkZero in this particular round has been quite strong in gathering information to counteract the roam, and that can now be used to help identify who is on side and perhaps who is not. Yunsang on the smoke, Armory hallway, and he's going for a roam.
Yeah, I wonder if he gets pushed in from behind by Kobilax later in the round. Second logic bomb, final one as well from Nave to get those calls out. Still 3 gas babes available for Yunsang. Nitrocell 2 for MV Taylor as Pampersu's going to fall to the floor. NJR from behind of Yoon Sang, who turns around, just slaps him in the head. And just like that, Dplus will flip the switch halfway through this round. I mean, in fact, there's only 30 seconds left in this one. Right side, though, and the shotgun's not going to do enough from there. What is Yoon Sang doing?
Why are you watching the smoke, not the diffuser? He's not going to push through the smoke.
JLT gets one onto Nave. Suddenly Beaulo, who's done it all in this round, and the only one to do anything for DarkZero. A third found, the ace required. Throws out the frag grenade with 10 seconds left. He does have to the diffuser. Deals with the bulletproof camera. Another frag has been thrown. Knows that he needs to clean. Another player out in MV Taylor, but he cannot do so. A strange old round to kickstart this elimination match, but Dplus will get the opening round. Worst team of the major. It's not great.
That doesn't sound very fun for them.
No, it doesn't. But you know what helps them? Is the team they're playing against has the worst defensive win rate in the major in DarkZero. Opening kill for Naif, and JLT will fall. So a second opening kill found for DarkZero. 2 rounds in a row. They go 5-4 up. Bambazu on the exterior has one right close to him.
That shotgun up close.
Oh my goodness. It's a standoff with the old-fashioned... Oh, Yoon turns around at the last second and the Warden goes down. 2 rounds in, mistakes certainly already building up from these two teams. Yeah, Yoon Sang, that one is not one he's going to want to look back on proudly. That's a vault in with no info. DarkZero lose 2 immediately. Guys, we were talking about mistakes in the pre-show. Stop making them. MV Taylor gets rid of Kobilax. And suddenly Dplus have got the advantage.
Minute 20 on the clock. Pamba with DMR in hand. They're still on the exterior. Pamba is at least able to find his second in the round, and so that bodes well for DarkZero, but the line is held with the SMG. MV Taylor 4 kills to kick off this first map. They're finally able to repel inside, but the damage already done by the defense. He'll need to try and clutch this one up. Has some utility that he can lean into. 1 smoke dispersed, and still 1 in the pocket. Diffuser, though, not in hand, and that now identified. And if they could elect to go for kills, and he will push forward, Dplus, though, should be able to hold down the line, and that's exactly what they do. Is obtained. As you can see, a couple of players are up above contesting. JLT plays first contact though towards the hole.
Oh, shot in the back though. Nice good pinch from DarkZero. Sending Beaulo down the bridge. I thought maybe it was going to be a difficult task for the likes of a Blitz, but he does so without losing any HP, and then Kobilax plays off it. It's a decent coordination there from DarkZero to get that kill onto JLT. And for the 3rd round running, they've got the opening kill.
Yeah, just about to mention it. It's all about this conversion though at this point in time. R6 room being locked down by Yoon Sang on the Warden, so a great counter into the Blitz. And the smoke's also in the pockets of a couple of these attackers. We'll see how Beaulo tries to help break this down alongside the rest of the team. Warden is spotted out. Naif elsewhere able to find Boogeyman. And so the counterplay from the Oryx onto the Blitz also now is shut down. With that, it's a 5v2 advantage for DarkZero, and the plane is going down. And MV Taylor up above tries to find line of sight, but he won't be able to identify that player. And so the plan is secured. Into the post we go. And this will more than likely be a flawless round for DarkZero. Flash to come through. Yoon Sang under a lot of pressure alongside MV Taylor inside of security as they tried to fight their way out. Easier said than done with Pamba locking that down. Yoon Sang has line of sight onto that diffuser, but the vertical control still in the hands of DarkZero, and they will finally convert an opening kill.
Yeah, super clean round. Frag grenade does get pulled, flashes out now as well. Full white on to Nave. Pamba does find 2 anyway off the back of that utility, and it is all going apart for Dplus Kia on the defense. 2 rounds in a row. The DarkZero have been swift. They're getting good map control, they're getting sight control, and Dplus are just not offering any kind of contest. Dplus are sitting back, they're playing further anchor positions, but not able to then contest where they need to. I mean, Boogeyman caught the keeper barrier in hand as he swings the doorway. These are basic fundamentals. DarkZero are exploiting a rather weak defense here on this map from Dplus now. I mean, lo and behold, for DarkZero, if you just don't play silly, you should get the job done. That's always been the mantra coming into this match. And the difference is night and day in terms of the 3rd round and, well, now this 4th round, where they are putting the pedal to the metal and Dplus are just not responding. It's a stat pad here for MV Taylor. He's moving further away from the site.
Nice. Nagowski.
Yeah, clean work there from DZ, identifying that the direct hit was probably the best avenue. That's an angle.
Well, there is an opening kill. Bet up there for Dplus as Kobe will fall. The Deimos dealt with. JLT will find his third kill of the game. For the first time in this match, Dplus Kia will have an opening kill on their side. 5-4 up.
And finding the Deimos there is a really big kill for Dplus. There's a couple of key power positions that Dplus on defense are going to want to hold here. And Deimos is a really good tool in helping dislodge those positions due to the nature of the side and a lot of them being exposed to vertical play. So a big find from Dplus. Good forward movement from the defense to find that opportunity. How did DZ perform now after losing that opening kill?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think they need to change much. They've been able to win the last 2 rounds comprehensively. Yes, with numbers advantage. Kind of try and play in a similar fashion. I still think they can win this in a 4v5. Just got to keep an eye on that clock management. 90 seconds left, but close to sight they will be for this particular round. Naif once again on the blitz as he was in the last round. It's so vital, I think, for their ability to try and flush out a couple of these positions. Yunseng playing the Warden here in bathroom. Koda does fall. That's going to be an aggressive push in, though, from Pambazu. He did get the kill, tried to then play off it. And Nave goes back out in the exterior to pull that Gumine out. Still the advantage with Dplus kill.
Yeah, Dplus have shown a willingness to really contest these window entry points, and Beaulo feeling that pressure at the moment. But NJR elsewhere able to find one. Yunsang with a decent response, and with a minute on the clock.
Windows.
A 2 versus 3. Shield's still up. Still, though, a tricky position that DZ find themselves.
This is the second time on Master and R6, though, where they're trying to continue to play on these window entries, and I'm not sure why. You can get map control if they're contesting the windows, push out, go move around the map, but it's going to cost DarkZero in this round, a 1v3 for NJR. And Dplus on the verge of finding a third round. Given barrier dealt with by the Selma. It's one hard right. But everyone on site locked in a good position for Dplus. They can play off the kit. And easy swing for MV Taylor. Dplus back further on the other side of top floor. Maybe even force them down to first floor. Deathmark goes out onto Yunsang, who is on 7 HP. It won't take much from the vendetta of Pambazu to find the opening killers of the 6th round. Nave continues to push forward through Master.
There is triple nitro available here to Dplus, but I'm not seeing any rotations down below maybe to contest this vertically. Instead, very front on defense up above here from Dplus. 70 seconds then on the clock.
Jet's going to try and drop here. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why he's bothered to stay. Just shoot, spray, fall back, drop the hatch. There's it down in the hallway and confirmed with the knife by NJR, and DarkZero got a commanding lead in this 6th round. Yunsang is on 7 HP, not much he can do. What is NJR watching there? MV Taylor was right behind him, he had no idea. Now outside of the map and going for a run, but caught by Nate with the pistol. What am I watching?
That was one of the more intriguing positions to play as a defender. Definitely don't blame NJR at all for not checking that. There's no reason for anybody to be there.
Absolutely. Yunsang has no HP remaining. And that single shot miss means that Nave can get the melee. And it's a 3-3 half, which all things considered, I think will be pretty decent for DarkZero as they switch over to defense now on a map that we haven't seen them play.
He didn't do nothing, bro. He let his whole team die.
I think he's referencing MV Taylor, or maybe he's referencing Yunsang. I don't know. Yunsang was on 7 health, so I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he could do through the middle portion, but MV Taylor was not playing site, not playing for the win con. And another non-fun fact is, well, that is also the same for DarkZero. Not a single player positive on KD.
So this is the battle of mid.
It is a mid-off. Yunsang does win the opening engagement against Beaulo, shuts down the Azami. The Maverick entry is successful into Ops, and that's very much required for Dplus with 90 seconds remaining in the round to get that opening pick, get the Maverick into a position where he can maybe continue to blowtorch this wall. Coded 1-6, can he start to get involved and provide some extra firepower for Dplus Kia. And Woogieman on the blitz, looking to try and push forward, but he has stepped on a goon mine. Nice Nitrocell from Nave to even things back up in terms of the man count. Freebie for JLT.
Oh, no.
He doesn't, never mind. He just wanted to make it look a bit more difficult. And the pistol will finish off Pampazoo, but the primary should have found the opening. Advantage once again for Dplus, but Nave stands strong in this round, now 8-3. Having a very good performance as Woogie's down to 6 HP. He cannot escape the Nave show. DZ now take the lead in this 7th round. Sens on the roof. I think they left Kit behind.
It's one of those moments where I just don't need to say anything.
No. Observing does it all. Coded though, he's got a very good angle down the hallway. Not a lot of time remaining. He has to just hope that Yunseng can actually get in towards the site, get the plant down himself. Jiggle peek. Kobe will go down. Yunseng needs to win this battle though. Into red time, he's not going to have a lot of help in sticking this plant. Can Coded find a way to get involved? Nave's pushing forward. This would be for the ace clutch. There's 4, there's 5, there's Nave!
On the first floor for DZ. Likely looking to navigate back towards site, I would assume. Roaming into the Deimos and the Blitz is a surefire way to find yourself caught out if you aren't
yeah, I mean, he's playing the Goyo, so you've set your canisters down. You can go for the roam if you die. In terms of util, it's, well, already been placed. Man, this is slow from Dplus though. It's a big map layer, so you need to try and get the map control as quick as you possibly can. Yunseng caught. I mean, that's shocking. Easy kill for NJR. Kobe Lax does fall to Woogieman though. Big kill for him. Maybe more action to come from him as well. Under a minute left. Beaulo does on the flank eventually find a kill onto Coded. I thought they would meet maybe earlier in the round. Beaulo in the end successful, and with that DarkZero regained the player advantage for this 8th round. Woogie on the move through maintenance. Yeah, just struggling to really find these picks, find these players. Dplus just look a little bit lost around the map at the moment. Struggling to get into a position where they can hit site. There is a peek on site though. At this point in the round, you don't need to peek. Force Dplus to clear out with 20 seconds left. They will have to rush into site. It will be far too difficult. They don't have the numbers, just don't peek. Needs to be the motto for DarkZero here. And in the end, Beaulo does stand up to deliver a fatal blow as DarkZero go 5-3 up and are now very much in a commanding position here on the opening map. Is that something DarkZero can take away from this series more than just the win, just more than a scrape by? 5-3 at the moment, looking to try and close this out with 2 more rounds required.
So a successful Maverick trick onto the main breach, then into this bunk's position from Dplus. The Nitro cell in response from NJR, not quite finding a fatal blow, but it looks like NV Taylor will fall to Kobilax. Good aggression from him over towards the corridor position, bottom of the staircase. Counter punch in play from the Blitz.
So good information here conveyed by Kobilax. Oh. And he gets the kill anyway onto Woogieman. Another one at the window. He's literally just calling out to everyone. They're all here, they're all here, they're all here. It's so much information for DarkZero. Kobe's played this incredibly well with his positioning over towards the stairs. He's kept his back safe. He's able to play all the angles. That is a sensational moment from Kobilax. And away from Dplus. Good info for DZ to have in terms of main stairs being watched and locked down. Meaning that for Dplus, there's less avenues to try and push into the site. Easier for DarkZero to hold these angles. 3 gas babes still available for Nave. I mean, in terms of the utility for DZ, they're still in a really good position. You still got keeper barriers. Nitrocell available, still up for Kobe as well when he eventually swings away from main. Just so stagnant at the moment for Dplus Kia. They're almost just hoping that DarkZero will make a mistake and offer them an entry into the site.
Not 40 seconds then on the clock. NJR needs to be cleared, or Dplus will find themselves in a world of hurt. Smoke Babe as well to stall things out. Last Pentella utilized. Position down below. At least that's shut down.
They deal with Kobe. 20 seconds remaining, and the push up from NJR, and he gets aggressive, gets the headshot. Another one to follow. Envy Taylor just caught as NJR gets aggressive, but he's lost his teammates. Bolo's down as well. It's a 1v2. NJR does get one of the two, and the second to follow.
Let's go!
So clean from DarkZero as they get the result they oh so required on Lair to kickstart this elimination best of 3, 7-3. Big result from both Nath and NJR in that match as well in terms of double digits.
That just popped into my mind for some reason.
I mean, going back to the first map in terms of where things went wrong as well for Dplus, coded 310, Woogie 4-8, touched on it briefly in the opening map. They're going to have to play a lot better here on Clubhouse. You need your top performers. We certainly got that from DarkZero. NJR and Nath were sensational. They also dominated on entry battles as well for DarkZero. So another aspect that Dplus could be looking at. When we kind of threw to the break, we saw them with the strap book in hand, and it's not so much just going over to club and looking at the strat book, but it's also those fundamentals that you need to look at. You're losing entry battles. You're not quite winning the battle with map control either. And can you get your top players performing? So all of those need to be worked on first and foremost before even strategy is talked about.
Yeah, some slight strategic differentiation will get you so far on Clubhouse, but only so far. Ultimately, it tends to 99% of the time boil down to fundamentals and execution, and executing a plan with mistake minimization. Of course, I guess that could be said to some extent for every single map, but really it is exacerbated on one that's as worked out as club. Beaulo gets the first.
It's more of the same, isn't it then, right? Beaulo opening kill. I mean, Woogie's going for an intriguing roam over towards CCTV where he'll just play lurk and hope for the best. Maybe someone from DarkZero doesn't clear out his position. Either a missed drone or just no drone at all, and then no info, but he's already caught. Now you got one pushing, top red, one in cash. Good swing though, and Pampa wasn't quite ready for it. Thought he would potentially stay behind the server rack. They do eventually flush him out from that position, and DarkZero still maintain a player advantage as Beaulo has found a second kill. You're playing basement club defense, and you've got a lurk roamer in towards CCTV. It doesn't always work out, and in this case certainly does not. Despite the one kill, you then get traded. You're still down a player. 50 seconds for DarkZero to turn their attention towards the site. They haven't dealt with hatches towards Moto and Kitchen. Those are still reinforced. And Taylor looking to try and get the Kaid Claw to keep this locked down, and I think that's successful. It will be. Good timing, but then immediately blind peeks over towards bot main. He loses the hatch. Moto opened up. They can still play triple at Church. And there's not a lot of time remaining for DarkZero. This is where they're going to be super clean as they make the entry in towards site.
20 seconds then on the clock here for DarkZero. Coded falls.
Don't just triple drop this. This could... Oh, I mean, the flashes go out. That's going to keep them wide at the backside, and there is no Warden up or in play. Nath to try and stick the plant down. JLT doing at least something with one kill. Plant onto the floor. Stick it. Nath, you've got no time. Nath, stick the plant. Nath, stick the plant. Nath, stick the plant. Nath, stick the plant.
There was a nitro.
I mean, I know there's a nitro, but what's the other option? I still wasn't quite sure about the Woogie play towards CCTV. But he did get a kill. He got one. I mean, you can't complain in that situation. One and done. Rafters control for Nath on the extension of his gym bedroom site towards Cash and CCTV. Selmas will be uncontested. It is 3 players. Your eyes are not deceiving you. 3 players coming out of Cash.
Yeah, critically for DarkZero, that was all relayed, and so they know that this half of the map is now cleared. Gives the team the ability now to push forward and claim this map control. Drones as well positioned down below for any potential flank or a nitro on Vert. DarkZero also getting to work on the opposing side of the map as well over towards Jacuzzi. The Maverick in play to help facilitate that. Pre-place down below from Envy Taylor. Pinged out. So the rest of the team can coordinate around that. JRT in response will play behind the desk with Logi. So that could be a rather successful win con for the defense. Envy Taylor, though, after placing that Nitro, has now found himself isolated over towards Strip. With the Deimos in play, this is high risk.
Guys, there's no time left. This feels like the 2-minute point of a round. There's 30 seconds. What is going on?
I think he's just going to hold the cross. The rest of the team will hit.
Opening kill.
Oh,
Did come from NJR. Envy Taylor wins the battle over towards Strip. Now he can push and play from down below. He can actually deny any kind of vault over in towards Jim. Guys, there's 10 seconds remaining. The drop from NJR does get the kill on to Envy Taylor. Good nitro from Woogie over towards, waits for Nave to get the plant down. Casts a barricade now against you, Yun saying. No time remaining. The plant will be successful. Good cover from NJR to help out Nave and JLT in a 1v2. Despite the fact that there was very little time remaining in the round, DarkZero have made it work. Certainly not super clean siege from either of the two teams, but a win nevertheless, and DarkZero tie it up 1-1.
that mainstairs position can be a difficult threat to shut down. With Gridlock getting a couple of buffs as of recent. Those Stingers do pack a little bit of a punch, tricky to clear, and will absorb utility. Speaking of utility, Con now under pressure, but Yun Sang up close, they trick the wall. And escape.
He's done well in that situation. Good delay. DarkZero still have answers though to get this con wall opened up, forcing Dplus more deeper into CCTV rather than cash. Envy Taylor still in great position. Top red mirror window. It's Woogie thinking about a potential swing. Dplus got anything to try and get in on the backside. There are no flanks going over towards main. It's very much a sight hold defense for Dplus, so DarkZero aren't going to get caught by anything, at least right now.
Well, there is still double nitro available for Woogie and Yun Sang. So keep an eye on that utility in terms of denying plant. Rotation to come through from NJR, main wall. Exothermic to breach that, uncontested. Candela's now cooking for DZ.
JLT has still got that Rafters position inside a garage as Woogie somehow wins the battle against Pan Pursuit.
Wow.
Very low on HP. He does find 2 kills at a very difficult position inside the CCTV. He eventually did get dealt with. 2 up at the moment for DarkZero, but they've got 3 on the other side. Down to just Beaulo in a 1v3, but as soon as he goes crouching on into sight, he loses his life. Dplus will find another defensive round here on Clubhouse. Is replicated, especially going into the second half when DarkZero go onto defense. Now, last time out, when we did see this particular site, it was a strange old solo roam from Woogie Man towards CCTV. Did get 1 kill. Last then losing his life. Early use of the Boogie Auto breaches of the Ram from Beaulo, opening up the kitchen hallway floorboards. And a different take here on the church wall being held to try and keep that mirror window more available longer into the round. Carly employed as well from NJR. So real change up in this round, along with the Ossa for DarkZero in terms of the operator lineup.
Yeah, the Osa, to me, typically telegraphs that we'll see the attack push down main through Ash Wall. That's where I've seen it most commonly used. I mean, there could be another attacking pattern that DZ will look to employ. At the moment, though, just groundwork being established, hatches to be opened up. Carly lands from NJR. Envy Taylor will think about contesting, but this time around unable to juggle that claw, and so Moto will be opened up. Contest towards triple. Woogie Man has that information, has that read, but won't swing. That's the play to make. Vertical control from Kobe. Catches the heels of Coded, but he's able to escape. So at this point in time, still a rather even round with a minute on the clock. For me, it's all eyes on Nafe. He has that diffuser in hand. The Osa is expected to be a big win con here for DarkZero. How do they look to try and shape around this?
Yeah. I'll say one thing that as well has been quite common in this half for DarkZero is the time management. They are letting these rounds really get late before they hit sight. Nafe does get a nice pick onto Coded, continuing to struggle in this elimination matchup. 1 and 3 now on Clubhouse. 30 seconds remaining.
Oh no!
But Nade will not quite hit the mark. Talon Shield in hand as JLT takes down Kobilax. The drop is successful from Naif, and he can stick the plant behind the shield, of which he will very much stick the plant this time. Does not get off it. No, Nitrocell thrown in his location despite one being available. That was Woogie. He did lose his life. Tried to contest up above into the hallway. And MV Taylor will now have to try and push up above through main stairs and clear Kitchen if they're going to have any chance of a retake. But he loses his partner in crime of JLT. In a 1v3 now in favor for DarkZero. They will easily clear main stairs. They got the plant down. All is right for DarkZero. Kind of keep pace with DarkZero. Final 2 rounds of the half. Nitrocell goes through nicely and will get the kill onto Naif. Really good lineup from MV Taylor executed there to deal with the Maverick, which the wall has not been opened up. This is going to become a very difficult round now for DarkZero. They need to find a way to pivot and find a different avenue of attack. This is a really good opportunity in the 5th round for Dplus Kia to get a 3rd round on the board.
It may be the case of a Logi job with the Ying Blitz combination. Or NJR will split it and maybe play the Balk and look to vault in and apply pressure that way through Jim. Either way, though, I think there's quite a bit of pressure on Beaulo this round to get good value from Blitz. Oh, Woogie gets caught. So 4 versus 4, minute 20 on the clock. And the kills will flow the way of Dplus, however. Beaulo not even given a chance to get his feet inside of the building. Eventually will, though, as Pamper is good for one. Beaulo trying to follow up over towards his 90 position is good for one. And just like that, it's him all alone. 27 HP, default dealt with. JLT and Coded should be able to win this one out.
Probably doesn't feel like he can really slow it down, but he does have a minute remaining. Low on health, though. You're playing the Blitz. You kind of want to keep that pace, go fast, but there's a Warden up as well. So that's going to be very difficult to deal with. The glasses to deny the flash. He'll go grab the kit over towards top main. 45 seconds, again, can still play that time as Coded slips in towards Jim. Will Beaulo be aware of this, though? The way he's moving around the map suggests he wasn't quite aware. Took further damage, and Coded will put an end to Bolo's escapades up above. Dplus will find a 3rd round.
The pressure of the final push. The Ying is not in play.
Yeah.
So that's a big differentiating factor from DZ.
But they bring the buck, so I wonder if there's going to be more emphasis on Vert down below.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
in stock.
So this is where the change-up's going to come from for DarkZero in terms of adding a little bit more of a different element to the attack this time around on Cash and CCTV, rather than that more one-dimensional push in through Con. You can now get Pressure Stock and Lounge, maybe even then sweeping across towards Red later in the round. Oh, that's not going to be it, though, from Beaulo. I think he wanted to try and throw some track stingers into the side. Well, almost a quick response from Pambazu, but the round is starting to look a little bit more shaky for DarkZero. Fortunately, NJR and Naif continue to perform at a very high level in this series. They find 2 back-to-back. They deal with Woogieman and JLT, and with that final minute remaining of the half, they've got themselves a 4-3 advantage.
Yeah, the pivot onto the buck here, serving DarkZero pretty well and applying pressure vertically.
2 nitros.
2 gas fades. So they have the tools, but do they have the manpower? DarkZero could overwhelm. 40 seconds on the clock. Yunsang in an awkward position now. CCTV alongside Coded.
NJR has just dropped down, but he can play the CC window if he wants later in the round, further across and sightlines in towards the site. 30 seconds remaining, but as we know, DarkZero like to play this way. Slower, methodical, final gas bave from MV Taylor. Lineup from Yunsang with one of the 2 Nitrocells, the other one with Coded. NJR's gone all around the top of the building. Into the final push to come now for DarkZero. MV Taylor still expecting maybe a push from Lounge down below in towards Red. One of the Nitrocells thrown and exploded as Yunsang losing his life. Full white there on to MV Taylor, and despite the clock ticking down, it is still DarkZero that take the final round of the opening half, all tied up 3-3 as we were on Lair. Second half here, if they can keep this series alive.
Still, though, it has been our most competitive elimination game of the day, off the back of the G214.
Well, 2 elimination games today. The other one was not a contest at all, and this one has been, yeah, as you said, slightly more. I agree. Poking fun at G2 there, guys. How awful of you. The one thing I will say as well with DarkZero in terms of their clock management, like, yes, they let the round get very late, but they do it almost on purpose. And they're very much ready and understanding that, hey, we're only going to have like 15 seconds here left in the round, but we're going to do everything very concise and very quickly. Whereas for Dplus and at times a lot of the APAC teams, that clock management isn't like, hey, we only need the 15 seconds. It's like, oh shit, there's only 15 seconds. And now we don't know what to do. And that's going to be, I think, the telling factor in this second half. Moto hatch about to be worked on by Wookieman on the Maverick. Yeah, there's not going to be much time here, and then Dplus, they're going to probably just drop kitchen hatch. They'll die.
So pessimistic.
I feel like I've seen this just far too often, though.
There's still 2 Zotos.
Like, you've got
left,
Zoto canisters, like, you've got Gas Babes, Kaid Claw. Like, guys, just, there's 40 seconds left. You're getting stalled out by utility. Kobilax is in dirt as well, so you can deny any kind of dirt rotate, which means maybe a blue push if they're very quick on the rotate. They could come through with that, and it's going to be a Moto drop. Double stack in from Dplus through Moto, making their way in towards Church. They've lost though both of those players, and it is just far too easy for DarkZero. The last two now in towards Moto. But this one is very much wrapped up and done. They do not even have the diffuser. Some nice shots for Wookieman and MV Taylor individually. Great for the stat pad, not great for the round. DarkZero go 4-3 up. That was not a good attack. It's very likely Dplus are not going to have the best time management. Why don't we just go play the 2 round, sit back, deny these hatches, and like they're going to just fluff. It's a main stairs peak from Kobe, as Yun saying, is dead, no Grim. But this is looking very grim right now for Dplus Kia, as the major lifeline is starting to really shorten. DarkZero, not that many more rounds required for them to progress forward into tomorrow for what will be another best of 3. Another elimination best of 3. And of course, we'll need to require 2 more best of 3 victories to try and make main stage. Maybe North America rising from the ashes of yesterday. Of course, with Sonics winning earlier in their elimination match, DarkZero about to do the same very likely. Could they go on a run?
I should also state, in terms of the context around 6th Invitational as well, DarkZero, they're qualified, they're chill at the moment in terms of points to make the top 16. Dplus sit at 21st. And so a loss here, again, much like G2, means that they will need to make a run through the APAC LCQ, which will, once again, be very ultra competitive when you consider how many teams in that region
That's going to be stacked.
are going to be in the same position.
2 players up in this 8th round as Woogie will follow to the grave after Yun sang earlier on at the hands of Kobe. A flash over towards top red, Coda down below, flashed himself. And they've got the pinch with MV Taylor up above. Beaulo will fall. In the end, just kind of left on an island all by himself, top red, and outnumbered, outgunned. And the push through now from JLT into Con. Does he just go for a try peek in towards site? He's not getting pressured at the moment in through Con. MV Taylor out on the balcony, exterior of site. Jacuzzi hasn't really been opened up. I mean, this is actually pretty aggressive from JLT, just trying to play off of the fact that there's no real information, so sensing that they're just sitting back, and he can actually try and get this plant down. Nitrocell 1 available. Bambasu will get the one and only Nitro to land. Had it not, it could have been a very intriguing round, but it did, and with that, DarkZero then had a 3-1 player advantage. No chance really then for Dplus, and all too easy so far on the defense for DarkZero on Clubhouse as well, heading into the 9th round. They've won 4 of the last 5. It's that same momentum shift that we saw on Lair happening once again here on Clubhouse. Yun Sang wanting to try and get aggressive, does find Kobilax, a little bit lax inside of Jim. Does end up winning the battle, but then swiftly traded. The Martyrdome from Yun Sang. Throws the nade, and it will collect the kill after his life was already forfeited.
Did you say the Marty Dome? Isn't it Marty Dome?
Marty Dom. Probably just
Castle, Castle, same thing.
accent diff.
Yeah, Australia.
I mean, how much of another level can DarkZero go to, do you feel, moving forward into tomorrow?
I think using Sonics as a benchmark, I think that's pretty fair to do.
Yep.
The skill ceiling, in my eyes, is slightly higher with Sonics comparative to DZ. Simply based on what we've seen so far, you know, through regional leagues in Montreal. That could shift though. I wouldn't be shocked. I think both teams still have quite a bit to prove. Tubarão finding value once more here though for the defense, leaning heavy into the stall game that has served them well so far.
Good contest from Walkie-Man to get the kill on to Pambazoo. Leaves Beaulo up into rafters by himself. And a rather split defense now for DarkZero's. Dplus maybe have one last final stand to gain some momentum back in this match. Nitrocell available for all three remaining defenders. That one just missing Envy Taylor, but so much pressure on Beaulo. Can he withstand the heat? So far, he's able to at least avoid it and go prone. They may feel like this is a position that is potentially cleared. The flash is coming his way. He'll have to stay prone. Can he get some help coming on over? Nape will fall, and Beaulo too. That was actually quite decent from Dplus, as they do a pretty decent job clearing up above. Still inside a strip, and Dplus need to put all of their eggs in this basket right now and looking to shut down that Skopos as quickly as possible. With so much information, all this yellow ping intel from the drone, they've got to look to play this off as quick as they can before the Skopos transfers out.
Yeah,
and he's just spotted the drone.
They knew exactly where he was and didn't get value off the info.
Here's the push coming through now on the bandit from Yunsang, who's, well, far and away lower than Kobe. Actually finds the kill onto JLT. This clear has been so unsuccessful. Kobe, easy double, easy transfer, and that could be an easy round for DarkZero. So well played from Kobe Lax. Say it. Say it, guys. Let it out.
No, this isn't a therapy session. There's no one supporting the Blitz. I know Blitz is good, but some support, please. Work as a team. Obelax did a phenomenal job. Don't get me wrong, but there's no counter pinch or pressure.
Very difficult prospect now for the remaining 3 players left alive on Dplus here with a minute remaining. It's an easy 5-man hold on site for DZ from here. You still have your hard breaches to finish opening those hatches, which they have, except for Kitchen. Kitchen hatch is still reinforced as the blue stairs lurk from Walkie-Man comes to fruition, and maybe hope he can catch someone off guard. And the push up main, and someone was caught off guard. It was coded though, and DarkZero on the verge of match and series point coming their way at the conclusion of this 10th round. They're 5-2 up in terms of player advantage. Walkie-Man has almost slipped deep into blue, but Envy Taylor has lost the kit. On the other side of Church Wall, it's flawless. It's DarkZero now 1 round away from sending Dplus out of the... So, not too long to go now, actually. We're actually nearing the end of the day. Much shorter than yesterday.
Marginally shorter, yeah.
Marginally.
I'm pretty shocked that neither... Well, again, speaking in advance a little bit here, but pretty surprised neither of the Alien games went to a 3rd map.
No. Well, the promo games on the B stream, well, the first one, FaZe Clan, of course, into phase 3 after taking down Falcons. W7M and Liquid battling on that B stream right now. W7M did win the opening map. Liquid right now fighting back and have the lead on the 2nd map, so that one might go to a 3rd. Of course, it's Stats and Ace, so overtime, there's a chew.
Is this one going to OT?
I don't think so. Jim Bedroom for the match point round, the 11th round. While they're holding red stairs on the extension with Pampazu inside a cache. Or rather default. Kobilax maybe looking to deny Jacuzzi with the shockwave batteries. But slips back in towards bathroom as Jacuzzi will get opened up. That's at least a mini win for Dplus Kia. They've also got entry position on the other side of the map too if they want it. Not sure where that Rotero was really aiming to go. He only got one left as well for Wookieman.
Yeah.
And he's just playing this blindly? Well, they're gone. No more Roteros for the Flores. Aggressive angle from Kobilax.
I think he's going to have to be a stand-up player for the defense again here, Kobe. In dismissing the push through Jacuzzi. Oh, it's Naflo elsewhere. Rotated down main and Coda gets caught. Kobe does eventually step up to the mark as JLT looks to push through. And I think this series may officially be over in a moment's time.
Well, unfortunately for Dplus Kia, the time of the Montreal Major is out of time. As they have now fallen in this round, they will fall in the map and the series as a whole. G2, save these guys a seat on the plane home, will you? Because they're coming to the airport right now at the hands of DarkZero. It's 2-0. And they move forward to tomorrow, where they will, of course, fight in yet another elimination game. It's a long journey, it's a long gauntlet, but they've started off in a good fashion. 7-3 on Lair, 7-4 on Clubhouse. A rather comfortable result in the end for DarkZero.
Okay, first question. We really got to break this one out right away. During one of the interviews, they asked if your name wasn't Beaulo. Was that an intentional thing that you said? When you said there are no plan Bs?
That's kind of sick.
Did you mean to say that? Did you actually not mean to say that? Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't.
Bro, I was dying
I mean, that's
when you
sick,
said
though.
that. I fucking died laughing.
Hey, what can you do?
Second question. Skopos play and strip? That's kind of gas.
Yeah, that's like...
Is that a Nightmare
When
Night
they're talking-
special?
I don't know. I don't remember who made it, but when they were talking about it, they mentioned a certain geo in strip.
Yeah, what's it like not shitting your pants?
That's kind of cool.
That's good.
Kind of cool. It's all good. I think honestly, once we got a map, I was even saying it yesterday. I was like, because we were fucking shit, and like we would just fuck up on a lot of stuff. And I was like, man, once we get a map, once we get the fucking, the first kill jitters out the way, basically.
First
but
map jitters.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure we'll be fine.
I'd rather lose early than lose late and get knocked out.
Yeah. But now it's BO3s and fucking
Both threes.
like we can be like the Grim Reaper now, or we can just get fucked. So who knows?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. We're talking about getting food, dude. My fucking hair is so
Food?
fucking.
Oh yeah, were you gonna get a DZ pizza party? Is it DZ
No.
pizza party time?
No,
Damn.
sadly not.
I'll let you know, because you were so late, my pizza is now cold.
I'm sorry.
I hope you're happy. Drop the barber name is what they say.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm
Smell.
fucking right when I get home, I'm suing him for defamation.
Defamation of character.
All right,
That's
I gotta
fair.
go.